Well, you're watching me on Let's Talk, and my name is Niharika. So friends, do you feel frustrated that your English is not improving in spite of all your efforts? Maybe you know the words, but you're not able to use them in a sentence. Oh, you're also looking for a shortcut to English fluency. Well, you're in the right place. You're watching the right video. Now, I do have solid tips that will help you learn on how to speak English more fluently in less time. Because I'm on a mission to make you fluent in speaking English. Now, these tips that I'm going to share with all you out there, well, it's going to get you speaking as smooth as a native speaker. So pay attention as you're just minutes away from learning to be a pro at English. Well, here's something that you can do, which is speak with native speakers. Now, we can only know how fluent we have actually become by checking the progress that we have made. And that's why we need someone to check our progress in fluency, right? Now, I believe you need native speakers to tell you how fluent your English has become. But wait a minute. I know you're probably thinking, I don't have any Americans or any Brit friends. Or I just live in a city where not many people speak fluent English. What do I do, Niharika? Well, friends, what if I say you do have English-speaking friends? Don't believe me? Well, let me introduce this awesome Cambly app. Now, let me tell you about this Cambly app. All you need to do is download this app on your phone, and you will gain access to native English tutors that are available 24/7. Now, this app provides English lessons with native speaking tutors, and they're from Canada, UK, USA, and so on. So if you have a question, you're a little confused about certain pronunciations, hey, guess what? You can use this app. So it's actually a 101 training session. And their teaching method is really flexible, which means that you can organize classes on the basis of your schedule. Yes, that's true. However you want. Isn't that awesome? And best of all is you get to talk to native speakers who will be the best judge of your English speaking skills. Now, I personally know a lot of people who have tried this app, and in fact, I have tried it too. Want to see how it works? Well, let's see here.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Well, I just downloaded this app and I just wanted to try out. So, I just had a question for you.
Okay.
Well, how do I pronounce the word entrepreneur? Like, is it entrepreneur or entrepreneur or what is it like?
Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur?
Yes.
Okay. And is there any other word that I can use instead of using entrepreneur?
You can call them business people, like a businessman, businesswoman, business person. Tycoon will be somebody that will be extremely good at business.
Right.
A speculator is somebody that might speculate in the markets, for example. You have a business executive, an enterpriser, somebody who creates enterprise. I think really, to be honest, entrepreneur is, we use it a lot. It's really the best one.
Right.
I mean, if you're creating business and you're thinking up of new ideas and you're implementing new ideas all the time independently, we would use entrepreneur.
Okay, great. I think that should be really helpful. Well, thank you so much for your help.
No problem.
Yeah, you have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. So did you enjoy the conversation, me and the trainer? Well, I actually cleared my doubts. So if you have any doubts, well, you can clear it too by using this app. Now, we do have exclusively 15 minutes for you to try this app. So the invite code is in our description. Please do use that and let me know how did you find it. I would love to read all those comments of yours. Now, success only comes to those who know how to first visualize or see what they want. So in order to talk in fluent English, you need to first visualize or see English. Now, how on earth do you do that? Well, it's an easy habit of imagining of what you're going to say in different situations. Now, let's say your friend invited you for a movie. Like my friend called and said, "Hey Niharika, what are you doing tomorrow? Let's catch up for a movie." Now, once done with the call, what comes to your mind? You start visualizing. Like I will visualize the movie screen or me buying popcorn or wondering what I'm going to wear. So time for you to actually visualize in English. Now you have to see yourself talk in English no matter where you are. And how do you do that? Well, you need to do this all the time. And even if you make mistakes, don't let it stop you. Because the best time is when you talk to yourself anywhere. Like you have a plan for a dinner tonight? How do you describe the event? So just go ahead and talk about it to yourself. Like you can start by saying that this is a lovely restaurant or the food is really amazing. My favorite dishes like pad thai noodles are probably a strawberry cheesecake. Or you can also talk about the different service, like the service is so good, they made us feel so comfortable, the restaurant was nice and fancy, and so on. So I am describing it. So now when you're constantly talking to yourself in English, you are exploring new words and creating a great habit of making your own sentences based on different situations, right? Now, I know some of you watch native speakers talk in really fancy vocabulary, like you wish that you could talk like them. However, for starters, I would recommend that you start using simple words that you are comfortable with. You know, that will make you sound more natural and will help people understand you better. After all, the key to fluent English is to be understood well, right? So instead of saying that this is the state-of-art museum, you can simply say, this is a lovely museum. So visualize English and use simple vocabulary to make sure your sentences are spoken with a natural ease. So that's step number 1 and start following it. Well, let's start using English phrases for real conversation. Now that you have learned new vocabulary, I'm sure you will feel great. But what if you combine this vocabulary with real conversation? Yes, that's English phrases. Now let me tell you, real or conversational English is very different from textbooks. It's the key to speaking like a native. For example, you have learned a new word called incorrect. Now incorrect means wrong. But how do you use this? I mean, it's a simple word, right? So in a sentence, you can learn to use this word in a phrase that a native speaker might use by saying like, correct me if I'm wrong, or am I missing something here? So, it's a good idea using simple vocabulary and then combine it with related phrases to speak fluently in real English conversations. And that's how you're going to learn, and that's how you're going to be a little more fluent in English. Let's put some light on another tip that I have for you. Well, use technology. Now, learning to speak fluently has never been easier simply because we've got technology. Well, technology helps us so much in learning process. Like, did you know that if you need new words or sentences on a topic, you can now simply use Google Voice search on your smartphone? Well, I'm sure you all have a smartphone these days. So let's make use of it. I mean, take it out of your pocket and use this voice app. I mean, it's incredible. You simply need to say what you are searching and your device will search for relevant data. And this way, you would also know if you're pronouncing words correctly. Because if you don't pronounce it correctly, the app won't understand you and you won't get the right information. So let's see how this works. So here I am using the Google app, and let's see how do you use it. Now, for example, if I am looking for some coffee, yes, I'm craving for a cup of coffee, I want to know where the closest Starbucks is. And if I'm pronouncing it correct, it's going to recognize my voice and give me the right information. Is there a Starbucks nearby?
Here's Starbucks coffee.
Well, I got the information, so I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee because I'm craving for one, and this application actually helped me to find or locate Starbucks which is close to my workplace. Now here's the next thing that you can do is implement. Now that you have learned to talk to yourself in English and got all the help from native speakers and inputs from technology, how about using what you have learned in real life? Yes, I would say throw yourself in a situation where you can actually use what you have learned. Now, it wouldn't hurt to go to Starbucks and order a coffee and have a pleasant conversation with the waiter after you've trained yourself on coffee vocabulary. Now again, let me remind you that you need not be afraid of making mistakes. Making mistakes is okay. Speaking in the real world and using what you've learned will actually make you a pro in no time. So go out there, show the world what you have learned, and of course, keep trying and never give up. So thank you everyone. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for your valuable time. I promise you, speaking English fluently is not as hard as you think it is. Just use the tips we have discussed and see how much it's going to help you to improve. In fact, in no time, you will inspire many others who want to learn the language. So please drop in your comments and tell me how these tips have actually helped you, and I will see you with some more lessons. But before I go, please like the video and subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to get regular updates of videos just like this one. I'll see you soon. Take care.